say that my answer here is definitely a yes and, right? Like on the one hand, there are absolutely technical design choices that shape whether or not AI is going to be supportive to or detrimental to the Sustainable Development Goals. There are design choices about how the AI operates, but also how the AI is built and what infrastructure it takes to build it. There are also, I think, questions around kind of which SDGs we're talking about. Some SDGs might see a lot of benefit, some SDGs not so much. Part of why our team is focusing on food security and AI is because when we look out at the landscape of one, challenges that everyone around the world recognizes to be really, really important, like the SDGs, there is a very kind of spiky distribution of where AI capabilities have been focused. So there's a lot in the healthcare space. There's a lot in the education space. There's not so much in clean water or in food security and some of these other issue areas. And so I think that there might be areas where some movement is positive. There might be some areas where movement is actually detrimental or detracts from people's experience of or achievement of the Sustainable Development Goals. In particular, my colleague Eleanor Tersman did a lot of research on this topic, and we wrote a report about where AI research is focused and whether it is fit for purpose in achieving the Sustainable Development Goals. And there are definitely some goals that are going to be undercut by these technologies. There's a real risk in good work, quality work and good jobs. There's some real risks around equity and gender equity in particular. And there are some real tensions around the way that AI might work in service of or work against climate action. And so one of the things that I think is true is that the answer is a little bit, it depends, right? Depending on which SDG and which particular sub goals we're talking about. But there's also really, I think, this misalignment that exists because AI is just not being built for the SDGs. AI is being built, and then we are, after the fact, trying to apply it to the SDGs in most cases. So, not to say there isn't some really great work being done, but I think that there's a real opportunity to shape the goals that AI developers actually strive toward, and really push in a direction that is in support of achieving the SDGs. And so I think that who controls the technology is a big part of that. But as I mentioned before, there's a rebel in every Death Star. There are people who want to do the right thing, who want to do the work. And I think it's incumbent on us in the impact community to actually help them understand what to do. What does it mean to do AI for the SDGs? What would actually be helpful? And so I think that there's a lot of opportunity. I think that there's no way that AI can't be great for the SDGs, but the current trajectory that we're on is not necessarily headed in that direction.